on. I said, well, what's the problem? She said, you didn't get all of your failures in the book. And then she said, I see a series. Failure 101, 201, 301. She said, you just got a lot of failure in you. And she's right, it's kind of almost like a spiritual gift in my life. And so I wrote a book on failure for, then I wrote a book on sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And then I wrote a book that's not even going to come out until next, probably late winter, early spring, called How to Receive a Return on Failure. And I, more than anything else, in these few minutes that I have, I really want to help you embrace failure, because honestly, when you see failure correctly and have the right perspective of it, it becomes a terrific friend in your life. And by the way, perspective is everything. In fact, how we view things is how we do things. And so when people, if they have the right perspective about failure, they really do failure well, and they really learn from it. If they don't have a good perspective about failure, they don't do failure that well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in the book, and I'm just going to give you maybe whatever my time allows, just things that will help you receive a return on failure. Now, I know that you don't really need this lesson of how to receive a return on failure because you're already good at it. But that person on your left, aren't you glad you brought it? Because they need this so badly. Yeah, honest to God. And in fact, look at him and say, take good notes. Tell them to take good notes. Just take
good notes, man.
Yeah, just, okay. Aren't you glad you brought it now? And you take good notes for him. And I'm just going to give you, this is going to be so easy. It's going to be something you can grab hold of it. It's not complicated, but you're going to look at failure differently. I promise you. So let's go. Let me just start with this one. Okay, number one. If you really want to receive a return on failure, you've got to keep failure and success together and not separate it. Now, in our culture, we always separate success and failure, which is a bad thing. We hear people say, no, be sure to, hey, succeed, don't fail, do it right, don't mess it up. And they put failure and success as far apart as, because they think that you really want to succeed and you never want to fail. And so they create an incredible gap between success and failure. And I'm going to tell you, that's not the way life is at all. I know that for a fact. For over 40 years, because I have a passion for personal growth, I've had what I call learning lunch, which means very simply, every month, I take somebody to lunch, I buy them lunch, ask them for 90 minutes, and they have one thing in common when I ask them to go lunch for me, and that is I want to learn from them. They're bigger, better, smarter than me, and so I want to ask them 7 questions. And then I've done this for over 40 years, and it's totally life-changing in personal growth. I suggest that you do that for yourself. Just every month have a learning lunch with somebody, ask them some questions, and I ask 7 questions. And one of the questions I ask them is, what's the most important lesson that you ever learned in your life? Now here's what's interesting. Whenever I ask them, what's the most important lesson that you ever learned in your life? Every time, and I've done this for over 4 years, so hundreds and hundreds of different people ask the same question, what's the most important lesson you ever learned in your life? And every time, in every situation, in every answer, they'll talk about a failure in their life that they learned from.